Have you ever wondered how a seemingly neutral legal phrase could justify decades of systemic oppression, fundamentally shaping the lives of millions? It is a question that cuts to the heart of American history. The concept of separate but equal profoundly impacted Jim Crow laws by providing the legal foundation and justification for their existence, effectively legitimizing racial segregation across the United States for over half a century. This doctrine gave states the authority to enforce segregation without violating the 14th Amendment, as long as the facilities for different races were supposedly equal. At its core, this doctrine originated from the landmark 1896 Supreme Court case, Plessy versus Ferguson, which ruled that racial segregation did not violate the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution. The court argued that, if segregated facilities were theoretically equal in quality, then the separation of races was permissible, creating a constitutional precedent that emboldened states to enact and enforce widespread Jim Crow legislation. This legal endorsement enabled the proliferation of Jim Crow laws that mandated segregation in virtually all aspects of public life, from schools and public transportation to restrooms, waiting rooms, and even cemeteries. African Americans were systematically denied equal access and resources, experiencing grossly inferior facilities and services that underscored the inherent inequality hidden beneath the separate but equal facade, especially in the American South. Justice John Marshall Harlan's lone dissenting opinion in the Plessy case famously declared that the Constitution should be colorblind, foreseeing that the separate but equal doctrine would lead to further racial aggression and entrenchment, rather than actual equality. His warning proved tragically accurate, as the separate facilities provided were almost never equal, cementing a racial hierarchy that disadvantaged African Americans for generations. Understanding the insidious impact of separate but equal is crucial because it reveals how legal interpretations can be twisted to perpetuate injustice, demonstrating that the fight for true equality often requires not just changing laws, but also challenging the deeply ingrained societal attitudes and power structures that they reflected and uphold.